We broke this country, and now we have to fix it.
Something big is about to happen. We will fear no evil. Now it's time for them to be afraid of us.
There is no way out.
They will never see us coming. They forgot that it's also the color of rain. Let the revolution begin.
I'm muted. What's up, y'all? What is up? What is up? What is up? Y'all already know what time it is. It is time to talk about the Handmaid's Tale. Listen, we are so close to the end of this thing, and we have been on a roller coaster of a ride with June and these commanders and all the things. But y'all know I'm not up here to talk about this by myself. We're about to get into all the things that happened. We weren't here last week, so we're going to touch on that a little bit, and then we're going to slide right on into this episode. So let me go ahead and bring up the crew. First up, I got my girl Tamieka's Dan is in the building. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey y'all, hey.
Let me go up there and bring up Kay. Hey, boo.
Okay, hello. I'm here.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Okay.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Listen, it has been such a roller coaster of a ride with the Handmaid's Tale, and y'all know that I watched it all in one big swoop. So it's been like a big wave of emotion for me, like just, and now we're kind of coming to the end of it. And I just want to know from some people who have watched it episodically, seasonally, like how are you feeling about how it's really coming to an end? Kay, I'll start with you.
Uh, I need them to give me I need the closure that I'm looking for. I need the story with Hannah to wrap up. I need that to happen. Um, I need to feel like we're in a good place as we move into the Testaments. Depending on how this season finale go, it's going to determine whether I watch the spinoff.
Mm-hmm. I feel you on that one. So, Tamika, what are your thoughts? Is it similar or what? How you feel about it?
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I got mixed emotions, mixed feelings. I was kind of frustrated. I felt like, and I know we kind of touched on that when we first started out, like thumb dropping those 3 episodes at one time. Some of that stuff could have been cut out, and we could have had just one episode with that because, I was here for the revolution. We keep talking about the revolution and saying we're going to get the revolution. So that was frustrating me. And then last week episode, I wanted more. I felt like some things could have been less, and some things definitely could have been more. I tweeted out like I wanted Janine. We already talked about. I wanted Janine to have that takedown, and I wanted this man to get long suffering, and I just didn't get it. And I also felt like Serena got off light. So by the time we got to the next one, and I know we'll go deeper, but for me, this is the weakest season since I started watching it, and I haven't been able to go back and rewatch it. Maybe I'll feel different, but I was like, this is not what I was asking for and looking for. I'm a little disappointed.
Okay. What's up to everybody in the chat? We appreciate you guys coming through. Hey, Josh. Hey, Shannon. Shannon says, look, where is Hannah? And this is just too much wasting time going on. Her breathing close-ups of her nose and breathing. It's annoying. Listen,
Y'all know Elizabeth Moss directed it, so she gonna have her
Yeah.
face
Absolutely.
all in the screen, all in the shot. Can't even
Mhm.
see what's in the background. Have her face all in it.
Yeah.
Listen, Shannon say she got her nostrils all up in her tree. She trying to see all the way down that woman nose like that. No, ma'am.
Hmm.
Listen, I don't know. I'm just ready to see how they're gonna close this out because with only one episode left, I really am like, okay, where Hannah at? Because we ain't seen or heard from Hannah this entire season, and I feel like none of my predictions are really panning out because I really thought that we were gonna get this emotional thing with Hannah and that Luke was gonna be like some kind of sacrifice in
Hmm.
order to save Hannah. Which I thought would have been such a clutch move for like a ending, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, but yet here we are, and I guess we just gonna have to see how this last episode is gonna go. I was just saying, okay, like where they gonna go from here? Like if we just did this big thing at the end of this episode,
Hmm.
what happens next in the finale? What is going to take us there? Finales are supposed to take us there, close us out. This is a series finale. Like,
Hmm.
what are y'all gonna
And
do?
to be honest with y'all, just my opinion, I feel like if we do get Hannah, it's gonna be at the very end. I think we gonna be probably reflecting and seeing where we going to next. Do you know where you going to? Like I feel like that's what they're gonna be giving us, and of course leading into what to expect, I guess, with the damn testaments. But I agree with Kate. Depending on how they do it, is whether I would be even interested in watching the testaments. And I
I
just recently looked up like to get the audio book for the Handmaid's Tale and the Testaments to see like what the difference is and same with. But I'm like, I don't even know. Child, I guess I'm gonna listen to it. That's why I said I have mixed emotions.
think I probably got them downloaded somewhere. I probably ain't listened. But I think I said I was gonna wait and watch this,
Hmm.
and instead of jumping the gun, y'all
Yeah.
know how I am. But let's get into this episode, y'all. So first and foremost, well, I want to touch on last week's episode real quick. We won't go too deep into it. Just like some of
Hmm.
the things that kind of stood out for last week's episode. For me, um, it was definitely the ending where you get crazy. Like we said that Serena Joy was going to eventually see that this man is trash. Like your man is trash. Was that this last episode or was that was at the end of the last episode where she's running
Hmm.
away and all that stuff. So that was the end of the last episode. Like her
Mm-hmm.
man is trash. And she got to see his little angry side. And we'll jump into how she reacts later in this episode. But Serena, like, there's just no redemption for her. And she'll never win my heart. I'm sorry. She will
Nah.
always be trash to me. So it is what it is. What was some standout moments of that episode? Or anything that just really was like, for UK.
Um, Definitely, it should have been a lot more harsh for Serena. After that wedding, because we knew he was gonna turn the night turned when she got home.
Yeah.
Because why would you need a handmaid and she's fertile?
Okay.
Like, what is the reason? What is the reason other than you wanted to let her know all of her progressive views, you wasn't with it? That's all it was. Just you just wanted a power move because there was no necessity to have that poor woman in y'all's house. But I really feel like I needed. I mean, not that I promote violence, but I needed her to get smacked up some because she deserved that by somebody. Whether it was Wharton, whether it was some of them handmaids that was running around stabbing people. How she get off without a scratch?
I know, right? I don't
How?
know, girl.
The one of
I
the
don't
most
know.
evil people of the series got out without a scratch. And then he should have kicked her out and kept the baby. I needed something more devious to that happen to her because Serena still don't get it. She's still not getting it. It took June to pick, prod, and pry to get that location out of them in episode 9 because she was just like, I don't know where they are. That man just put a handmaid in your house and then almost didn't want to let you leave. Yelled at you the day y'all got married, and you was about to protect him. Make it
Girl.
make sense, Serena Joy. That's one thing that stood out to me, and also that little stabby stab in Belle's eye. That was not enough for me, y'all. I told y'all Belle should have got the whooping that Joel got from The Last of Us.
I agree. He needed that. He needed that whooping that Joel got because why? Why he get off so easy like that? Or at minimum, let Janine be the one who hit the final blow because she the one who done took all this, all the stuff.
I
I'm
was
just like,
thinking that June was gonna do a little stab and say, "I saved the rest of them for you." How that one take him? No, that's not enough. That's not enough. Or they should have beat the wife. I needed to see her get some too. Where is she at?
Because that
Because she was
wife
a part of
up.
the abuse too.
I can stand her. Tamika, anything stand out in episode 9 to you that you want to talk about? I
Kay
mean,
pretty much
not 9,
summed it
8.
up.
8.
Yeah, she pretty much summed it up. We on the same page. We seeing eye to eye because I was like, I know that ain't it. I would have liked to see like I said, they could have cut some of that other stuff out, and we could have went into seeing all the handmaids running up in these houses because we did the drugging up the cake. Okay, cool. We was all organized and together and moving, and then it killed me that Lydia just so happens June. I was like, bitch, shut up. And she, sees the things underneath the chair and she's going to do the damn inspection and all of that. I was like, we knew she wasn't going to go away on her trip anyway, but that was irritating me. But I would have liked them to show some more of the handmaids getting in these damn commanders' behinds. And then definitely I wanted Janine to be able to come up in there and do a little chop, chop, chop.
Okay.
Like I was like, what are we doing? One stab in the eye, and that's it. Yeah, I wanted Serena to get more. I'm sorry, I'm not a person for violence either. But why is it always her that get off light? We don't seen these other women be tortured every which way, all up and down and around.
Especially Janine.
But yeah, but she gets a light. I was like, no, I know that how y'all lying.
Y'all know what
back
I
to
said.
that one family. That one family in Canada.
Yeah. That family right there was going to give her the business. What stood out for me was I was like, why they always getting caught? Why come these dang on handmaids can't never catch a break? They always getting caught, like every single time. I said, dang, maybe it's the red quotes. Maybe y'all need to change colors or something. I don't know.
And how Aunt Lydia got them all kneeled down on the ground. Buddy had holding them at gunpoint, and she's trying to tell them everything that they. First of all, Aunt Lydia, you weren't even supposed to be there.
Exactly.
That part. The way I was expecting them, y'all, to jump up and attack on Lydia. Maybe we just wanted violence, y'all, because that's what I was looking for.
I know it's one person he got a gun, but with all of them, I would have took the risk of a couple of people getting shot. But they could have overtook that man and Aunt Lydia. They could have taken casualties fall, but they should have been able to get the gun from him, take her down, and had got out of there. Ain't no way that one man had all of them. Him and Lydia had all of them kneeled on the floor. No.
Ain't no way, because I feel like they had the pokers. They should have just attacked at one time and been like, attack.
Somebody went behind them and slit them ankles.
Okay, like something.
Yeah, because I felt like it started out on a good beat. I was like, okay, we here, we doing this, and I'm waiting for them to, really get into it. But towards the end, and it lost it for me, especially with the whole Serena thing. I was like, I know that ain't it.
And wait a minute, all the cake did was knock everybody out. I wanted to see, y'all remember in Game of Thrones when Joffrey had jumped whatever that was, and he had started turning purple and vomiting. I thought that was gonna happen. All y'all was gonna do is go to sleep.
I thought so too.
I'll eat the cake for that.
Poison everybody.
That wasn't point. They went to sleep. In that case, I will eat the cake if I can get some good sleep, because it looked like they was getting some good sleep. If that's all y'all was gonna do, I would have ate some. I thought they was gonna get sick or do something, vomit, the eyes rolling back of their head. That's all y'all had them do was go to sleep. That was y'all was not harsh enough to these people.
Exactly, because I'm like, it's about time. Because I think we said last time that we talked that they should have definitely done like a mass suit. Like the Marthas had every opportunity to take them out a long time ago. This should have been over with, because the way that food would have been poisoned, we would have all got together. Look, this is what we're about to do for dinner time. Everybody is about to have a real dinner. Okay, we about to take all these jokers out, and that's really what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. They could have died right there in the reception hall. Hall.
Then a red wedding for real up in there.
And close the doors. Everybody
close the door. Lock them up. But yeah, we gotta talk about episode 9, y'all. We're gonna go character by character in this one. We gotta talk about Aunt Lydia, because Aunt Lydia, is there a real redemption arc for her? In my opinion, I do not think that there is. I do not think that what she did was really enough. I think she owed them that. I think she did what she was supposed to do because she owed them that. Like, you say that you care about your girl so much. You say this, that, and the third. Well, first of all, you tried to hem them up, but then in the end, you want to turn around and after you see Janine, I don't know what it is about Janine that that gravitates her so much to her that she gravitates to her so much, and she has this soft spot to her. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, that's not enough for me. Aunt Lydia will forever be just a menace to society, seriously. And she needs to get brownie points from me for finally stepping up and doing something right. And her little last speech before she was about to get, that did nothing for me either. But I need to know what y'all think. Tamika, doesn't Lydia get a redemption arc?
For me personally, no, but I know that this is just a setup because she continues, and I can't tell you what she does in Testaments, but I know she continues being the book readers, probably can fill in more of the blinks on that. So this was leading her into that. I guess it's an arc to a point to get her to the Testaments, child. And yeah, I agree. I just feel like this is what she was supposed to do. And it wouldn't have made sense for her to do anything else. And she definitely does have a sore spot for Janine. I thought it was going to be like a sacrifice for Janine, but yeah.
Yeah, Shannon said that she can't stand her. She feel like she should have been changed, and I did too. I felt like there were so many moments where Aunt Lydia has the opportunity to really look at this for what it is, but for whatever reason, her and it's some other people that they really believe this. Like they really, really believe that they're doing the Lord's work, and I'm like, no, ma'am. When are you going to open your eyes and just stop being so blinded? Is it going to be when another one of your girls get hurt? Because you didn't see them get hurt time and time and time again. Janine, you know, they tried to. How many? What did they not do to Janine for crying out loud? Just so many things. Okay, what are your thoughts about Aunt Lydia? Does she get any brownie points for finally standing up?
I mean, I want to say better late than never, you know. It took long enough. But she's another one that because it took you so long. I mean, a couple of things need to happen to you first, just so that you get the point, just so that just so you know not to go backwards. Okay, just so you know, like a little push, a little shove, a little something to so you know exactly why Gilead don't give a crap about nobody and all of that religious stuff that y'all leaning on. It was a bunch of crap.
Exactly.
It was
Absolutely.
so yeah. I'm better late than never, but I'm all here for the consequences of what you did before.
Okay, that part. Because I ain't forgot it. I'm side
I
eyeing
ain't
her. I
forget.
mean,
I ain't forget.
you almost blew up a whole plan. Come on now. Tried to blow it up. Josh says maybe Lydia feels guilty for snatching Janine's eye out on that first day at the Red Center. She should feel guilty for a lot of things. Get that poor baby out. Listen, Luke. Luke, you see Luke come through with a blicky. Luke came through. Luke was pow pow. Luke was throwing stuff. I said, Luke finally useful, y'all. Like Luke is finally like doing something. Luke got active, and I feel like he feels really good about himself because ain't this all he wanted to do was get out here and be a part of all of the foolishness. I need to know how y'all was feeling about Luke because when I said that, the first thing I thought about, I said, Kay is probably somewhere smiling because Luke is finally useful. What you think, girl?
I said they had better because let me tell you something. That whole scene where they was about to hem everybody up, it had everybody on them nooses. I said if Mayday don't come through this time where they really need them, then what was the point? Because up to this point, what has Mayday actually done that made an impact on anything? We didn't been talking about Mayday since the first season, and they've barely done anything besides get Nicole out, besides get the baby. Other than that, they've not been very useful. So I said they need to get something done. I'm just surprised to see Luke still alive at this point because I just knew he wasn't going to make it. But we still got one episode for that to be determined. But about time he did something, and I feel like he feels like he made an impact because he's messed up every last plan that they have an assignment they've given him so far. This is the only one he's succeeded in.
Oh, that is very, very true. For sure, for sure. That was really on me talking. Tamika, was you happy to see Luke come through? Was you happy to see Mayday finally make an impact and do something? Because they got the folks activated if we keeping it real. Like once they threw a bomb, the rest of the people, you heard them saying something. but you didn't see them
Mhm.
doing nothing. They was just saying something, and you can see the people was like, this isn't right. These are the handmaids, da 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 da. And then here come Luke with he got the, I don't know if it was a machete, if it was some big old knife, big hunting knife
Mhm.
he had, and throwing bombs and grenades and stuff. I said, okay, Luke, shooting machine guns. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, this was actually because, like I said, these last two episodes was up and down for me. Certain parts I like, certain parts not so much. It's just my little nitpicks. But this was one of the parts that I was like, all right, let's go, hit them up. Like I was wondering when the hell they was gonna do something to me. They was still moving too slow with it, but once they got activated, I was like, all right, now we on and popping. Let's do this. Okay, Luke, come through, Luke. I ain't know whether he was gonna live or die, but I was just not mad at it. Like, get him, get as many as you can, and even Rita, and then I forget the other aunt name that was holding it
I
down.
think Phoebe. I want to say
Yeah.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Mhm. I was like,
Yeah,
all
turns
right,
out she was CIA or
Real
exactly.
name.
ex-CIA.
A-
Okay, I said okay because when I saw her with the gun, when well, first of all, when she pulled that knife out and she was about to shank on Lydia, I said, oh, she wait a minute. But that part right there, I was like, please go ahead and get it. I don't know why I felt like after we watched this so much, I just feel like we deserve these kills that like we deserve certain
yes.
kills.
Yes.
Like just take them out. And Aunt Lydia was one for me too. I was like, when she took out that, I said, shit, kill her. But then, they had, dang it, Aunt Lydia. Y'all, Janine, Mara, and the handmaids. Now, the handmaids seem to make a very big impact in this particular episode. Why is it always the handmaids that are always fighting? It feels like the handmaids are the ones that always going at it. They will unite with each other. They don't turn against each other. They don't be talking about I'm gonna go back. Because I remember that one episode, the little chick, she was like a Martha or something when they were trying to all get out, when they were all at Lawrence's house, and then she gonna go back. So she was like, I gotta go back. Them handmaids don't do stuff like that. The handmaids be all in all the time. So I respect the hell out of the handmaids. I ain't gonna lie to you because they get active and they don't mind doing what they need to do. And I feel like they took a moment away from us by not showing us all the handmaids getting rid of them commanders. Tamika?
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to see that because I had to actually watch it again. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, what was the plan? Because we see the blaze, and I mean, they all organized, we on point, we just chilling. And the fact that Serena was saying it, I don't know if you was going to bring that up. But when Serena was telling the handmaids, oh, it's different now. And then I had a handmaid once, and me and her get along now. And June was sitting there making her face, doing her breathing. And I was like, how she didn't see her? Everybody else been seeing her. But nonetheless, when they got to this and we see June, go do her style, I wanted to see the other ones doing their style too. Like we see them turning, going into the houses, but I felt like because some of the other stuff could have been cut out and we could have seen them actually go up in the house and do the 1-2-1-2 on these damn commanders. Like, what was we doing? Why didn't we get that?
Boston Girl said, how was Rita not in a noose when she baked the cake? Girl, I was like, I hope they
That
don't
part.
get Rita. Because I said, wait a minute. Because they don't know that that's where it came from her.
Uh-huh.
Shannon said Serena is delusional, girl.
Oh
And we're going
yeah,
to talk
she
about
been
all
delusional.
she is definitely Delulu.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you feel about these handmaids out here getting active?
Yeah, I need them to borrow some writers from Sons of Anarchy and The Walking Dead or something. Cause I needed to see the carnage. We deserve this. What they
Mhm.
put they put these handmaids through. This is 6 seasons of us knowing what they put them women through against their will.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then lying to them, telling them that New Bethlehem was gonna be different, but then was just Gilead part two. We deserve to see some slicing and dicing in these episodes 8 and 9, and I feel like they robbed us of that. Like we got one or two, we seen them dragging them out to the street or him in the house. It's not enough though.
Mm-mm. Wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. I needed to see. I needed it to be satisfying enough that it was worth the slow parts. And
Mm-hmm.
although I enjoyed these, like Tamieka was saying, it could have been condensed. If y'all wasn't gonna give us what we need, if y'all wasn't gonna give us the Game of Thrones Red Wedding, y'all could have put 8 and 9 together.
Yep.
Cause damn that wedding, if y'all wasn't gonna kill nobody at the wedding.
Because I wanted everybody to drop dead at the wedding.
Exactly. They shouldn't have made it out of the building.
I want them to all go. I was like, need them all to go.
I wanted
And then
somebody
I
to walk
thought
up in there and everybody be laid out on the floor.
okay, because I was like, after they all start, because I was like, after they all start passing out, they got all these knives, so that means that they about to go in there and start stabbing them too. Like I was like, I had a lot of things that I thought was gonna happen at that doggone wedding, and I was like waiting to see Serena's face because I just knew Serena was gonna get got, and I was like, oh, time.
Yes, let me tell you, especially I thought that because see this because I watch a lot of violent shows, y'all. Of course, clearly. Listen, they had this one episode in The Walking Dead where they snuck into one of Negan's outposts at night while everybody was asleep and stabbed him in the skull. I said, "Oh, that's what we about to do. These people about to pass out with this cake. They passing around knives. They about to wait till these people pass out and get to stabbing." We didn't get none of that. I had to sit through Serena and Wharton's boring ass elaborate wedding for absolutely nothing to take place. I was like, y'all done pissed me off with this.
Okay, because that wedding was horrible, and Serena dress was ugly. She didn't stop playing.
It sure
We went through
was.
all of that for that ugly dress. Stop playing with me right now. And what was that? What was that? What was Nick doing up there? We're gonna talk about Nick trifling ass.
I know they could, out of all the commanders, why is he officiating the wedding? Why you got your son-in-law officiating the wedding? Who gave him the authority to do that? Nick done had 50 jobs since he done been in Gilead.
Girl, that part. Let me see what this chat talking about. We got Josh said the handmaids have it worse out of everyone in Gilead. They were not killers when they were taken there. That is very, very true. But they turned into it. Boston Girl said, y'all should be Sons of Anarchy watch. That show is too good. It's
what they said, I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
Okay.
I feel like they were pushed.
They should have ended it with them being captured at the gate and left it like a cliffhanger. But it didn't hit for me. I feel you. They gave Serena no glam for that wedding, girl. Listen, first of all, Serena, I think, is we talking about Serena next? Let me see who we talking about next. Are we talking about this sucker right here? Okay. We ain't got, because I about to go off on Serena, but we'll talk about Commander Wharton. He finally showed his true colors. He got his wife a handmaid on their wedding night. That was diabolical.
Because what was the reason? And then on the wedding night, why do you need her there immediately after you done went from one ceremony to do another ceremony? Why? And that lady was scared for her life because she probably already heard about Wharton. They probably have rumors about him and his diabolical ways. So she was already scared for her life. And he come there like, look what we have, Serena. That's almost like somebody being on a plantation, and as soon as they get married, look what we have, a fresh slave for you at the house.
Girl, that's crazy.
The fresh house slave. Like, what?
I was like, who does this? I said, sir, we know you trash, but who does this right here? Not on your wedding night. And she's fertile. Serena's talking about, but I'm fertile. I said, ma'am, it's hard to. So here's the thing. I didn't feel bad for Serena. Like, I didn't care about it. Like, as far as that, because Serena she is a horrible individual. So I didn't feel bad for her, but I just thought it was funny how diabolical Commander Wharton was. I was like, oh, so you did all this stuff, kikiing and cacaing in her face and did all of these things. And like he said, I indulged you. Girl, he played you. He played you. Oh, my God. Girl, talk about Commander Wharton.
We was saying that from the beginning. We knew that he was gonna take his mask off and show his true self. But I was even like, well, damn. And then, child, that freaking, I'm sorry, no offense to the actress, but that handmaid looked old as hell. I said, what baby she supposed to be freaking making? Like, what are we doing here? Let that lady go to China and freaking rest, child.
That's why she was scared looking. She was like, I'm too old for this shit.
Right. I said, what are we doing? Like, he was like, oh, here's your wedding gift. No, what are we talking about here? Oh, child. But I was glad he showed his true colors, but I definitely, just wanted more. I still felt like she got off. That was light work.
Josh, Come on, that poor handmaid has probably popped out 8 sets of twins already. And she's
Right.
still being
Eyes time, bro.
dang. I'm glad I was not the only one thinking, like, what in the world? Why this handmaid? Because they pick them. Like, you hand pick your handmaid. So I'm like, why did he choose this handmaid? Like, what is going on here? That woman just looked like she done been through it. Like,
She is
not
something
one.
that he was trying to drag her through it again.
Okay, like, no. Jeez Louise, Commander Warden, he's a lot of things. I mean, there was definitely that moment where he was about to hang all the people, y'all, and I was just like, this man sucks. Like, this man sucks so bad, and he really truly believes all the stuff that comes out of his mouth.
Yes.
Remember what I was saying earlier that some of them truly believe this? He's one of those ones that really believe it, because there are some of them who don't indulge in the well, let me say this correctly, because he's hypocritical still, don't get me wrong, but he's not going to be the one you find at the Jezebels and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be that one that's really preaching this whole Gilead thing and really believes in this whole virtuous thing. But when
Like
it all comes
Serena
down
Joy
to
was believing in her own foolishness.
exactly, but when it all comes down to it, it's like what June said to him. She was like, this is all about power. And I don't know if he heard her, because I really feel like he didn't hear her. But that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's all about power, and y'all are wrapping it up in this religion, but that's not what it is. Talk to me about Commander Warden K. What are your thoughts?
That man, that man got up there after you sanctioned off people to legally rape women and had one of them in your house and had the nerve enough to tell these handmaids and Aunt Lydia, God is not pleased with you. Like, what? Like, you really, and then you're about to hang these people. You're about to commit a sin, but you got them on trial for their sins.
That part.
It's like, are we not seeing the fault in our own stars?
Mhm.
Like, we're missing the whole point. And then you stand up there trying to be self-righteous because you missed a high commander. You trying to get all of this respect. But for what exactly? Because especially now that we're finding out that some people are actually fertile, what was it all for? What do you even need them for? And you think the best way to even punish someone for going around, because they did shank all them commanders, but to hang them publicly? Like, that's the best you can do, is a public lynching.
Girl.
Because what are you trying to prove here as the reason why you would do that? He did. You know what? I wish they would have had a camera inside of the plane.
That part. Because the way I would have been like, yes, Commander Warden. Yeah, Commander Warden definitely showed his A double S on this episode even more. I feel like we did get to see a lot more of his true colors. But y'all know what? And we'll talk about it a little bit more when we talk about Serena Joy, because the way she continued to let herself get played by this man who clearly has showed you exactly who he is and what he thinks. Like, he doesn't believe in your forward
And she
thinking.
should have known he was lying when he popped up at Commander Lawrence's house. Talk about, oh, I didn't mean for that, for none of that. I didn't, girl. You just seen how he turned from Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and you still trying to protect him, and you believe everything he's saying. And you know what? His daughter Rose just as crazy as he is. I was on Rose's team for a minute, but after she was talking to Nick in that hospital, I said, "Oh, you your father's daughter."
Oh yeah, I've been off Rose. Rose can kick rocks. I've been off that heifer. Yeah, she can kick rocks. And I said some stuff. I said some bad things. I won't repeat them on this live, but I ain't gonna lie. I said them. So did. Sure did.
I got to pull back from talking about Rose. I got to stop, because see, if I start talking about her, it ain't gonna be nice at all. Y'all gonna cancel.
I know,
me.
that's why I said, let me just be quiet, because I had said some things. I was sitting up here watching her. Tamika, any final thoughts over Commander Wharton?
Yeah, I mean, this is true to history and to life. Like we can still see people that use God, whether it's for their power, they benefit, whatever. In the child slavery, they was giving them the Bibles to read, but they have them reading the daggone chapters, but wasn't giving them the whole book. They didn't want them to see everything, and they like they God. So that's why I think that's what pulled me into Handmaid. So to begin with, and probably make people read the book and be interested in the show, because you like, yo, that some shit like this could probably damn happen. But the fact that he just kept every minute, I'm a man of God and I'm a good man, and he does believe it. And even Commander, what's her name? I forget her damn name. The one that's married to Laura, she over here telling Serena, oh, he's here now, and we already know what her stance is. She could have damn got it too. I was a child. But
she needs to get it.
Yeah, like
Angela deserves better. I'm sorry. Angela deserves Janine.
Yes, that's what I want to see. I hope
because that lady don't even like her because she looked just like her mama. She don't even like Angela, and I feel bad that Commander Lawrence was taken from her because now she got to stay with that raggedy heifer. Who probably gonna get remarried when she find another raggedy ass commander.
Well, hopefully them commanders is done for. I hope they realize that this is a dangerous job and they shouldn't want it, because they get taken out left and right as well. Shout out to Shannon Gonzalez with the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you, boo. Let me see. I'll say it. How Nikki Boston girl, you so funny. Mine was worse than that, but listen, we can start there. We can start there. Mine was definitely not made for YouTube for sure, because I was saying some stuff. Commander Bell, y'all, did we get justice for Janine or not? We kind of talked about it earlier. I feel like Janine was robbed of her own justice. Like, I'm glad that June didn't hesitate, but like you could have just did something to where he was still and then let Janine came in with the final finish him. You know what I'm saying? Like, finish him.
Yeah, Janine should have had fatality in this one. June should have wounded him enough so Janine can come in and get that fatality in there, because it wasn't
both his knees out.
Right? Yes.
I told you he should have got beat from sun up to sundown like Joel.
Okay.
He didn't deserve a quick death. That was mercy.
Yes, he's turning around. Oh, June. Oh yeah, nice to meet you. I'm like, what the hell? And then stick him in the damn eye, and then just have Janine come in and say thank you. Like, no, I wanted her to be like, I know y'all can't see me, but
it wasn't even enough blood splatter. I didn't even see enough. And maybe it's because I just watched Final Destination, but I needed the blood to be splattered like everywhere. I needed to look like a massacre.
Because when the old girl came out that door, the lady who had been hidden out all that time, and that doggone thing came and all that blood went into the Final Destination, that was a lot of doggone blood. That's the type of blood we needed on this show. We needed that right there. That's what we needed. You are so right. That's exactly what we needed. That would have satisfied me.
Exactly.
Yes,
we needed that. These 2 episodes, 8 and 9, we waited these last 2 seasons for this to happen. We deserved a lot more bloodier episodes. Yes. They did not give it to us, and they should have. Again, y'all need to borrow some of these. Y'all need to borrow the writers who know how to create some violent acts in their series, because this wasn't enough.
Yeah, and they had all the layers to do it too. Like, when them women went up in there, when they did their traditional go in the house, I was like, okay, we're about to see these. Now, I wanted to see them walk in that room while they was in there sleep and slit some throats. I wanted to see like blood popping back in their face.
Exactly. I wanted to see it to where it like onto the wall. I wanted them to come out with it all on their face.
Right.
Like, give me what I needed for watching this for 6 seasons. I needed just
some red bloods that go with these red gowns. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly, because if we got to get to this point where they was about to get hung, I need them to get hung for a reason. Like, if we're about to go out, I need to see all the things that like they just massacred them so bad. Like, I need to see it. Like, oh, okay, yeah, they real mad at y'all right now. They done gave them an old fashioned lynching, and I said, oh my God, y'all actually had this somewhere? Like, Y'all had this just built somewhere, ready to
That's
go.
what I was like. Why would they think that that was the proper punishment?
What are we doing here? Oh, anybody else got anything on Commander Bell before I move on?
No, because his death pissed me off.
Okay. Now let's talk about Serena Joy because this broad right here, listen, I, Serena Joy is a lot of things. Okay. Serena Joy, from the very first moment that we have met her, has done nothing but irritate and agitate my soul. And I won't even lie. And like I told y'all, y'all know I watched this very, very quickly. So just imagine having a rush of Serena Joy just boiling in you from season one all the way through to till we get to this season where every time we think that Serena has learned, that we think that she finally might just do the right thing, she just keep doing the dumbest stuff each and every time. You go from one commander who wants to one commander who who chopped your finger off to another one who handing you a doggone handmaid. Then you trying to protect him after he do that dumb stuff, after he shows you who he is over and over again. And then you want to protect him, talking about I'm just putting a target on my husband. Your husband deserves to have a target on his back, Serena Joy. Your husband is despicable. Every man you have chosen has been despicable. You are despicable. I hate Serena Joy with a passion so much, so much, so much, so much. I don't understand one thing though. Did they not eat none of their cake? Because I don't know why these heifers wasn't asleep. Because I wish somebody had came in there to slit their
No,
throat.
they didn't eat the damn cake. At least they could have did that. Eat the damn cake, Serena. Shit. She got off too easy in every part. I'm sorry. She
Yes.
was just walking around, talking to the damn handmaid, talking to Lawrence, doing everything else under the damn sun. And I was like, girl, bye. I don't got it for Serena at all. She just
Okay,
knew she was doing something and she was about to go off and live a glorious life.
girl. When she said when she went over there to them handmaids, how much she want to take a picture with each and every one of them. I'm like, ma'am, sit your behind down somewhere. Don't nobody
Doing
like
too
you.
much.
Nobody
Exactly.
want to take no picture with you and talking about I once had a handmaid and I'd like to. She knows she didn't forgive you, Serena. She didn't forgive you.
Exactly.
Okay,
Standing there lying.
she didn't forgive you. She don't even like you. Okay, like I'd like to think that we're friends. How?
She
How?
abused June the whole time that she was her handmaid.
Girl. And you really think that woman really like you like that? No, some people just still have good energy and good hearts inside of them and just can't see somebody go through something. And I feel like that's just where June was. And it was only because of that baby. I guarantee you, if Sabrina Joy had been there by herself on that train, June would let them have at her. Period. If that baby wasn't, if she wasn't pregnant, June would have let them have at her on that doggone train. No, don't. She had already had the baby. She
Yeah,
wasn't even
I
pregnant.
would have
She
just
had
held
the
the
Yeah,
baby.
she
I would
was
have took
holding the
Noah and
baby.
let him
That's
have
why I
him.
said
Hmm.
she should have took the baby out her hands and been like, okay, y'all, go ahead.
Hey, Queen. Hola. Yeah, like if it wasn't for that baby, she would have been out of there. I know I would have done it. I feel like June would have done it too. What are your thoughts on Serena Joy, Tamika? Just, sound off, go off.
I cannot stand this lady. It's times when I thought like, okay, well, we seeing a switch with Serena like in the earlier part of the season, but then it just got to be where we in and out, all around, up and down, and through this chick ain't never gonna damn change. She too undecisive. She too flip floppy. She too still want this thing to work and thinks that she can be the head of some shit when she know damn well she ain't gonna be. That's the crazy part. That's what the part that makes her delusional. The whole thing of, oh, and we became friends, and girl, no, we didn't. Like, what are we talking about? Oh God, Serena just runs my damn blood pressure up. Mm-mm. I wish it could have been a change in her, but nope, same old, same old, same old.
Did
And
you think the
then
energy?
you want
I'm
to
sorry,
go
go ahead.
off at the commander. I'm sorry, because I'm just thinking about that part. You want to go off because you was tricked and bamboozled. Okay, you fell for the okey doke, like EJ got up there. And then you want to talk about some, oh, I done had my fingers cut. I done had this. Like, what more can you do to me? But bitch, you should have been thinking about that when June was telling you that. And even before that, that should have just been common sense. So that's why I didn't feel bad for her, and I was just waiting for him to turn up. I was gonna be like, turn down for what? Go ahead, get her. But he didn't even do
Get her.
what I wanted him to do.
I was hoping that when she ran out there in that thing before she hid behind that tree, I was hoping that some of them handmaids had peeped her. I was like, go ahead, just get her. Just go ahead and take her on out of her misery. Josh says he wanted to see that energy that the handmaids had when they were ripping Fred to bits in the forest.
Yes, I would have been so hyped.
Now that's the type of energy that they need to be on, and that's the type of time that they need to be on. But yet here we are with old Serena, Serena doing Serena. Y'all see that type of energy she had for God, I can't think of his name right now. The one that I thought she liked for a minute, felt like they were connecting the he's with technically he's with Mayday now, I guess, but he was technically with the Americans. The guy from Canada that we
is it the lawyer guy?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that when he came in there to Loris's house and got her out, and she was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, where are you taking me or something?" He's like, "I'm gonna take you somewhere safe or whatnot." I'm like, "Ma'am, like I just feel like Serena gets off too easy. Like she's always being saved. Like something Serena, I don't understand why she got the plot armor. June's supposed to have the plot armor, not you. Damn it, take it away from her." Okay. This girl, she irritates me. She irritates me. What you think?
Serena is somebody who she want to be somebody so bad. Like she wants to prove that she is somebody so bad. But I will never ever forgive Serena Joy for when June was pregnant and she said we got to make the baby come out and held her down so Fred could rape her while she was pregnant. Because usually once the handmaids were pregnant, they were supposed to leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason for them to have done that because the ceremony is to get them pregnant. So at that point, she was very much got throw the religion, the ceremony, the BS out the window. She literally had her husband rape June so that she could take her baby, which she even knows wasn't Waterford. She knew it was Nick's, so she could take her baby. I will never forgive her outside of that. That's why I said she didn't get it bad enough.
I agree.
She didn't get it bad enough. They should have left her at that house in Canada because them people was barely about to give it to her.
Okay, and I was liking
they wasn't playing with her. That wife at that house was not playing. Okay.
Like, go ahead, you about to be a handmaid for real. You say she's fertile? Oh, she having babies? Oh, okay. Listen, you can't come up out of there. You think you finna go outside? Like you better ask permission before you go outside.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna do too much. Why don't you go on upstairs and eat?
She said, well, I don't even know if you'll be well for quite a while. They should have left for the house in Canada. That's what I needed. That is the fate that she deserved.
Okay, Shannon. I do not want her to end up with Mark because she do not deserve to end up with Mark. That was his name, Tuola. Mark Tuola. She don't deserve to end up with him. Like I feel like he's way too good for her. I feel like what she deserves is for somebody to just go ahead and take her on out. Just go ahead and put her out of misery. Because why? And then, give little Noah to somebody else. But that's enough on Serena Joy. Let's move on to another trash piece of character that I cannot stand with the passion. We gotta talk about Nick and Rose. Because Rose did start out as somebody who was non-problematic, who just felt like she was just growing up in this world and she was just kind of here, but yet she still had some humanity to her. At some point, she lost all that humanity. We met her daddy, and then we realized she ain't never had a chance anyway. But then there was Nick, who came off as selfish, who came off as selfless, but ended up actually being selfish. Actually ended up always choosing himself. And if you got caught up in the hype for a minute there, you would have thought that Nick was a good guy until you put it all together and realize Nick has always been about himself. It's always been about saving Nick. It's never been about saving anybody else. They will have us to believe that Nick put himself in these situations. Did he have love for June? Absolutely. I'm not going to take that away from him. Did he do things sometimes to help June because of that love? Absolutely. I'm not taking that away from him. But at the same time, I always feel like Nick did so much that he could never be found out. So he always felt like he had to help in some way, form, or fashion. That last straw for me was when he came over there trying to take June away from her kid and everybody and was about to leave his kid. And now all of a sudden you care about your kid. Now all of a sudden you care about family because June was like, because first of all, your daddy-in-law that came up there and blew up your spot. Low key, I believe he knew you was in there and just put it all out there. But I don't know. But at the end of the day, Nick has to be the most selfish character, the most trash character, and I felt like he deserved every last single thing that he got. When she sent you to your death, and I was like, I think I was texting Tamika at the time. I was like, June better not be dumb, because I was thinking that she was about to try to stop him. And I was like, don't do that. Let that man go. He deserves to go. And then when he got on that plane and he said the words about the wind inside, Kay, I was done. Woo, girl, take it away.
Oh, well, you gave it to him right there, real good, real nice. I mean, I got some stuff for him anyway. I got some stuff for him, but you gave it to him real nice. I said, first of all, why his uncooked chicken looking ass and him and Rose sitting up there looking like two Twilight vampires, pale, powdery, and dusty. I was just like, you know what? He need to be with her anyway, because both of them look like death, expressionless and whatnot. Y'all deserve each other, because she came around that corner walking like Annalise Keating, talking about, oh, I need to go to the hospital. Then he want to jump up and do something. He ain't been for Rose the whole pregnancy, because he been creeping and dipping and dodging the whole time. But now all of a sudden you want to do something. And then she's talking about, oh, she tried to take out me and my father. First of all, your father is evil as hell.
Okay.
You already know that man evil. Talk about, you need to do this for us. Wait a minute. And from my last memory, didn't she try to kick Nick out the house?
She been done with Nick.
Didn't you say we don't need you?
She been done with Nick.
So now all of a sudden you done had a change of heart. Oh, you need to do this and protect your family and do this for us. No, both of y'all look like y'all members of the Volturi sitting in there in an all white room and stuff like that.
They really do.
Like, why y'all need to go outside and touch some grass and get some sun. So yes, I was glad when Nick got on that plane, and then had the nerve to ask Lawrence, is she all right? Don't ask about me.
Okay, don't even say my name. Don't think about me. Don't picture me in your mind. Don't do nothing, Nick. Okay.
Because like, you getting on this plane, that shows me what you was about to go do. Mm-hmm. You got on this plane because you picked your side. Yep. And you picked the side of the commanders. And when he told Lawrence, when she said, she told me I should have left all this, and Lawrence said, you should have listened to her. And see, had he have, maybe not gotten on the plane, June might have had some forgiveness in his heart. But by him getting on that plane, she knew what they were headed, and what they were planning to do was crack the whip on all the handmaids and the citizens of Gilead. They was getting on that plane to be up to no good. I'm glad she ain't say nothing. I just wish that they would have had a camera on the plane so that we could see the bodies burn. But that's just me.
I know. I would have loved to see them bodies go.
Give me the Final Destination thing when we saw everybody slowly, the fire coming and getting everybody. I wanted to see that, but I guess y'all wanted to spare me. Don't spare me. Give me what I needed.
Give me all of that. I wanted all. I needed to see that. Tamieka. Nick and Rose, they meant for each other. They one and the same. Okay. Kay say they look like the Volturi. She said,
yeah, I was over here.
They look like Kaya sitting up there, and she said that. She said Rose slightly looked like Jane, or maybe that lady is one of the ladies that's sitting in the back somewhere. I don't know, but she kind of got a point. What you think?
Yeah, y'all pretty much read it down. Y'all already, split that right down the middle, honey. Everything was on point. I agree with it all. Rose surprised me a little bit, but not really, because I don't know, just she's weird too. But Nick has always been Nick, and I get it because I see a lot of the book readers saying he allegedly is a completely different Nick in the book, and they made it different on the show. That could be true, and I don't have that to compare it to. The only thing that I can compare it to is what they have shown me on the screen. And Nick was always raggedy. He was always trash. He was always selfish. He was always full of shit. And this is what he get. He deserved it. I was glad, and he got the nerve. All we do is win. When he just really thought he was about to do something. And so I would have loved to see the inside too, in just slow motion, okay? Slow motion for you, and have the fire burning up his damn face. Because Lawrence was like, you should have listened to her. You damn sure should have. But instead, you decided to listen to Rose talking about, oh, she was trying to take out me and the baby, and that's why the baby's in danger. Go get her. Yeah, go ahead and get your damn death, Nick.
Okay, because
Bye.
last week, Nick, you were about to leave that damn baby, and now you care about the baby.
Right.
Stop playing with me.
That's what I'm saying. All of a sudden.
Oh my goodness! Somebody said in the book Nick was in Mayday.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I heard. I heard he was running hard for Mayday and that he wasn't trying to play no games. But here, he was playing games.
yep, and was. But anyway, shout out to Nick. May you rest in hell. Goodbye.
Right.
and now ain't none of these children. Ain't none of these children
And
got
then
no
how he
nigga ain't got no
looked-
daddy.
How he died and left behind 2 baby mamas. Nick,
That's what I said.
raggedy.
I was like, that neither one of them children got no baby. They got no daddy. Now look at
He
that.
wasn't gonna take care of them neither. We already know he said F them kids anyway. He was
like,
trying to
"Bump
take
them."
care of them no way.
I said, me and you, June, we're about to run away. We're about to go do our thing. Bump that baby that we got in Alaska. Bump that baby that's in Rose Summit. We're about to go. Bye. Okay, y'all. Commander Lawrence. We're gonna talk about Commander Lawrence because, to be fair, I actually was a little bittersweet on this one. While Commander Lawrence is a commander, he is a high commander, and he definitely came up with some of these things, like the colonies thing. I think that was his brainchild, and things like that. I feel like he truly had a redemption arc. I don't feel like I said, I don't feel like Lydia had one, but I really, and maybe in Testaments or whatever, maybe that's where we'll see hers like come full circle. But I feel like with Commander Lawrence, we really, really got that redemption arc. I feel like there have been moments where he's been straddling the fence regardless, but he's never really fully went all in. He's never been in on the handmaid thing. We haven't never once seen him do that. We've seen him trying to teach baby Angela how to read, wanting her to learn. Like, we see that he's different and that he saw the error of his ways. And he tried to actually do things to make changes. There was a moment when I thought he was falling back, when he thought that New Bethlehem was going to work. But then when he realized that New Bethlehem was just a scam, even though it wasn't a scam for him, but it was a scam for all the rest of them, then he truly decided to take that full turn. So there was a moment when we see him look back at June and he does the thing, pats his hand over his chest. I was like, okay, like I am really like not deeply saddened, but I do have a feel, because I didn't have no feels for none of these other ninjas, but I did have a feel for this one. I was like, I feel for you. I don't know. Am I wrong? Did y'all feel anything? Did you feel anything for him? Okay.
I felt a little something for him because he knew that's what took him a minute to decide if he was going or not, because he knew that he knew that was the final destination for everybody. He knew they weren't gonna make it. He had to really think about his life, and this is that how he wanted the end to be. But he knew death was upon him some kind of way, because if he was to have survived, whatever commanders were still alive were going to come after him anyway.
That's true. I agree.
And at the end of the day, he really missed his wife. He felt like this was probably the best thing he could have done, because Gilead didn't turn out the way he really wanted it to be. Because he never agreed with the commanders like violating all of them women and all of that abuse and the Jezebels. He wasn't really with all of that. And he said, if he can do one good thing, this has to be the thing. I just hate that that he had to go and leave Angela with that heifer at his house.
Girl.
That's who I was worried about at the end. But I'm glad he did. He made the right choice to do what he had to do.
Absolutely. I think so too. And I asked the question, was this too little too late? But I really don't think it was. I think that in the final hour, he did what needed to be done. Tamieka, what are your thoughts on good old Commander Lawrence? What I
Yeah,
mooch?
I concur. I second that emotion. I agree with both of y'all. Pretty much y'all been breaking it down. So I just, could piggyback a little bit and say I felt bad for 2.5 seconds. I felt a little something in my heart, like the Grinch. Grew maybe a couple sizes for Lawrence because he could have been like, nah, I ain't getting up there. He was already trying to tell Mark, like, why the hell I gotta go? Why can't y'all just shoot it down? He definitely did not want to have to, run on over there. But once June was like, if we leave any of them alive, and he knew that was true, and even when you saw him with Angela, because I think I originally was saying that him and Nick was gonna go, and I thought Luke was a possibility too, but I thought either one of them could end up on the wall. And then after hearing what all the other commanders were saying about him and what happened, I figured one of them was gonna take him out. So this was a little different than what I was expecting, but I was expecting him to go. And so I felt like this is the way it should have been. Like he knew that he was a big part of this. His wife couldn't stand him for it. He lost her and everything. So I agree. I think he wanted to go ahead and just be with her. And he was like, all right, this is the sacrifice I got to do. And he stood on business and he took it like a man. Because the fact that he sat down on that plane after that and was looking at Nick like, oh, yeah, I'm here. We here. I don't know if you're going to want to be here, Like, yeah. So I was like, okay, Lawrence.
Because he
Right.
knows Nick has worked with Mayday before to help them out. But by him stepping on that plane, that shows that Nick picked a side and he picked the
Yes, he
wrong one.
definitely did. Right.
And thought he was picking the winning side. And that also shows that what we always knew about Nick is that Nick will not do the right thing. Nick does the
Mm-hmm.
right thing for him in the moment. And that's a big difference than just doing the right thing. I feel like with Lawrence, he did the right thing knowing that he wasn't gonna make it. Like he don't know
Mm-hmm.
how this is gonna end, but at the end of the day, he knew that that group of men, he had to get rid of them. They
Yeah.
couldn't make it to DC, and he did what
And
he
the
had to
fact
do.
that even when I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I just
Okay, go ahead.
had a thought pop in my head. The fact that even when him and Nick was talking, and Nick asked him like, "Well, what's gonna happen with all your plans and what you was trying to go to?" He said, "Somebody better than me is gonna come along and do it." Like I was like, "Okay, Lawrence."
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Well, last but certainly not least, it's June, the woman of the hour, the woman that, kept getting all them, as Shannon say, them face shots, breathing in the camera and stuff like that, doing too much. Of course, y'all know I've been saying this the entire time we've been doing this. June has heavy plot armor. We never expected her to get up there and actually be hanging. You know what I'm saying? Like we knew that she was going to plop back down to the ground. So although it was a high of a moment, like is June finally about to? No, we knew that wasn't going to happen. She did take out Belle. I wasn't too happy with that. Once again, I wanted Janine to have that one. She did call Serena Joy out, and every time she calls Serena Joy out, listen, I'm here for it because somebody got to call her out. And she literally led a rebellion, and people low key they know June's name. Like for whatever reason, June got a name, and when they hear that name, they get low key scared. What did y'all think about June in episode 9? Like, what are your thoughts just about her character? Tamika, I'll start with you.
June gone June. It's like you can't even be shocked about it. I mean, she was her usual self. Even when Commander Wharton called herself coming here to talk to her, so I'm giving you a chance to redemption and you pray, and it's like give yourself a chance. And it's funny that she even told him be the man that Serena, thinks you are. He ain't give a damn about that. He don't give a damn about what Serena think about him or you. And her just saying her prayer and telling Maura and Janine that she loved them. June was willing to go, but we knew she wasn't going to their place.
That part. That part. Final words on June. Okay.
June and her heavy breathing self.
Because Emma.
She got to take a deep breath after every word,
Yeah,
so
that
that
should
you
irk
know
my damn nerves.
you got to feel the breath coming off of her through the screen. Like she be running all the time and don't be just breathing hard for no reason. Her and Kristen Stewart, heavy breathing asses. Um,
Oh, Bella.
June, I need you to wrap this up with Hannah. and then take your ass back to Alaska with the other baby.
Nicole, what's her real name? I forgot what her real name was. I think she named that's her mama, did she?
Yep.
Because Nicole
Mm-hmm. And then
Holly. Is that
yeah,
Holly?
yep,
Is that her
Holly.
name?
Because I was just gonna say, because you got to raise this child by nope. Luke was always raising that baby. That was Luke's baby in the first place.
That was Luke's
Get
baby.
exactly get them kids and go on. You've done enough for the revolution.
Okay.
You've done enough. Get them kids because that was the end goal, and do what you got to do. Get them kids and go, and at this point, get out of everybody else's business. Because once you get your daughter, get them girls and do what you have to do. Ain't no more need to fight the revolution after this. You've done enough. Again, everybody knows your name, June Osborne. It's a target on your back. Get Hannah and take your ass on.
Okay, that part. Her and all them handmaids, everybody, all them, they just need a reprieve. Let them be. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
finish up this war and let them be. Let them go. They done been through enough. It's donezo. Boston girl said June was hanging and then came into Bayday office like she just had a paper cut because she really was. Where is it? Where, ma'am?
She should have been blue, black, all up in here. Where did the special effects forget with her brown
I
hair?
don't know.
She was in the air for several seconds. Like Mayday started going ham on everybody and forgot to cut June down for a second.
Okay.
I need to see a rope burn or something.
Yeah.
A little something, but Rita though, Rita say, "Listen, I'm coming through with the blanket, pow pow pow."
About damn time.
Right.
Because
About
the beginning of
time.
the season she was in La La Land, but
Mm-hmm.
Rita woke up that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Rita said, we're not doing this. And she knows she made that cake. She ain't got a chance. She better get over there and fight, girl. It's
Mm-hmm.
over for you at this point. Um, Josh says that episode 10 is going to need to be 3 hours long to tie everything up, I swear. Listen, I don't know how they're going to tie all of this up. Like Tamika was saying earlier and Kay was saying earlier, they do have the spinoff that's supposed to be coming out. I haven't really done any research on the spinoff, so I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be about or anything like that. But I'm sure that they're going to leave some things, so that they can spin. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. So it'll be interesting. Again, it really does depend on how this last episode goes. I think for all of us, really, if we will really be into looking at testaments, because I really feel like this has to have it needs a real ending. We got to double back to Hannah. We got to double back to Hannah. Like something has to happen. Like I need them to do something. And again, I haven't seen the Testaments thing. Is Testaments pre or post? Does anybody
No,
know?
it's post, and it's actually. I mean, I don't know all the details because, like I said, I haven't read it yet, but I've heard about it, and a little bit of background, and that's more so following Hannah. So Hannah still ain't gonna be up out of here, y'all. Spoiler alert.
Well,
I'm just
dang, that's
saying.
kind of jacked up. That's jacked up. But here we go. But that's the thing. I feel like they have to take it into. I feel
Yeah,
like this ending is
assuming
going to
that's
be
what
something
they're
that's
gonna
going
do.
to leave us off on something, and we probably going to be pissed, and then be like,
Mhm.
damn it, I got to go watch this. And if I got to watch this in real time, y'all know I'm be mad because y'all know I'm like, now I got to watch this in real time. Okay, but it is what it is. Predictions
I
for this
would
final.
love for Janine to get her daughter back because I thought Janine was a goner since she survived. Can we please let her have her daughter? That would just be the cherry on the top. I know it may be asking for too much, but I would love to see
No.
that.
Okay, so do you think that in this final episode, do you think that's what we're gonna get? What's your prediction for this episode and what you'd like to see? So we know what you'd like to see. What's your prediction?
Mhm. I think we're gonna be seeing June breathing and looking and thinking about what her next steps is gonna be, whether she going back to Nicole or whether she gonna stay there and continue to fight, or her and Luke gonna run off to go see Hannah. I don't know. But I feel like it's gonna be more like reflecting and then what are we doing next? And you may see Hannah towards the end, like maybe either her or Luke end up seeing her, by the end of the episode. I'm leaning towards that. I could be completely wrong, and then maybe it's still a chance that Luke might get taken out because he might try to go for her. That may still come to be. Who knows?
You know what? I'm still holding out hope that Luke ain't gonna make it. I need Luke to be a sacrifice. I ain't gonna lie. I just need Luke to. I mean, yes, he came out with the blicky and all that stuff. Luke needs to go be a sacrifice. You ain't done enough. You weren't over there the entire time. The last time we saw you, you sent your wife and your daughter out in the woods to
Mhm.
run, and they let you go. You've been over there in Canada living a good life. Luke, you got more work to do. Okay, period. Um, as far as June is concerned, I'm with Kay. It's time. Let June go. Let June go back to Alaska, raise these babies. I mean, clearly we know that Hannah probably ain't gonna make it, but I mean, in theory, if they was gonna have any type of spinoff, I guess that would be the way to spin it off. I don't know. As far as Janine is concerned, I just need for her to have a happy ending. Like I feel like there's no one more worthy of a happy ending than Janine. Please give
Yeah.
Janine this happy ending that she deserves. And please, what are these people that's over there in the colonies? Can y'all go save these people from the radiation poison? Dang. Like, they is out here dying for real, slow deaths. Like,
Mhm.
it's just a lot of little things that I feel like we need to tie up. But then every time I think about this testament thing, it just brings me back to the fact that it makes me think differently about how they really going to be able to tie this up and to a
Mhm.
point where it's really not going to tie up. But if I could get anything, I would love to see Janine have her happy ending, get over there in Alaska, and June go sit down somewhere. More go with her because
Mhm.
Luke ain't gonna make it in my theory. Luke is gonna be a sacrifice in my theory.
Yeah, and I'm
But
still kind of curious to see like what is Aunt Lydia gonna do. And Serena did say to June, like, just because you take those guys out, more men will be coming. So I'm definitely curious.
I mean, they still got remember they got the high council, so it's not like
Mm-hmm.
there's not people that are still in that
Right.
same train of thought. We just took
Mm-hmm.
out some major players, but we still got these. But at this point, I do feel like with them taking them out there, letting them know, like, we not scared of you. We will come. We will rebel. I feel like they've lost a lot of the people. Like, people are in a mindset of
Mm-hmm.
let's rise up now. So I think it's going to be a little bit harder, but I guess we just gonna have to see because they got all the states. Remember what it was only like what maybe two states that they did like they done took over everywhere. I don't know. What you think, Kay? What's your final predictions and what would you like to see happen? And let me know in the chat too. What would y'all like to see happen? And what do y'all think is gonna happen?
Like Tamika said, June gonna be over there. Harry, Luke,
Mm.
we gotta go and get Hannah. Like, girl, why is you always out of breath? Why, June? Why? Sit down. Moira already said she ain't going to the Testaments. Okay, that's gonna be it for that actress. She said y'all not finna
Yeah.
traumatize me further. That's gonna be it
Mm-hmm.
for her. So I don't know if she gonna get a peaceful ending or if they're gonna go ahead and kill her off. But she said I'm not going. I'm not. This is it for me.
Mm-hmm.
She said she done had enough trauma these past few years. She's straight on that.
Oh man.
And if
Mm-hmm.
Luke ain't gonna do nothing to help Hannah out, he can go because what are we doing? Be useful. And then Nick ain't even in the picture now. I'm pretty sure he probably rejoiced after finds this out. At this point, he probably say, "I can go sit down," because he was only trying to play this big tough guy. Because think about it, Luke was only trying to play this badass when he found out about Nick and when he knew that Nick was out here in the trenches and that
Mm-hmm.
him and June had trauma bonded. Before that, Luke was like, "Oh, you just passed me the baby. I mean, we'll be at the crib and stuff."
Right.
But, when she said, "Oh, Nick, oh, you got to call," because think about it. Every time she had a problem, June was like, "Oh, let me call Nick. Let me call my man on the inside. Let me call my
Mm-hmm.
contact. Let me see who's this is. I got somebody on the inside that can help me." Luke ain't want to do nothing until the end. So now that Nick is dead, Luke can stand down. So if you ain't gonna be useful, then we don't need you either, Luke. And I do
Mhm.
hope Serena dies. Though she don't need to make it because she did no. Something need to happen bad. And actually, she don't need to die. Just I want to just go back to Canada. But she's
That
not
part.
because now she's a warden. She done took over his empire, his name. Watch her be the head of the High Council. Because she don't never learn. Watch when they go back. Serena gonna be the leader. She gonna take Wharton's place and lead everything.
And we gonna have to read. We're gonna get a redo. Okay, so this time, this is what we not
Mhm.
gonna do. We're gonna do this,
Mm-hmm.
this, and this time. Like no, it don't work, Sabrina. Stop.
Right.
Let it
Exactly.
go.
Her and her fake
Oh
pinky.
Lord.
Mhm.
But yeah, it has been a time. It has been a time. Episode 9. I feel like we've gotten here so quickly, and we
Yeah.
have one more episode left, the finale, and it is a series finale. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. Okay, Boston girl. Luke was laying on the couch in Canada for years. He can go. I wouldn't be surprised if June ends up with baby Noah. I'm not sure if Serena's gonna make it. Listen, I'd be happy if she don't, because maybe she'll do something stupid. I want Naomi to get hers. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot. Low key, I'm probably about to go try to read this book now.
Yeah, I know I
Just
got the audiobooks and I sent them to a couple of people too, but I just haven't had a chance to listen to it yet.
yeah,
Now I'm curious because I see so many, and I get it. Like when somebody reads the books, and there's some things that I've read, even when it's an autobiography, they always can change things for a movie or show. And I know with the game, same thing. Some people be like, "Oh, y'all messing up these games when y'all make them into movies." I get it, so I can understand them having a different perspective because I don't have that to compare it to. I'm just going by what they showing me on the screen. But
yeah.
and I think for me personally, this season was like the weakest season, and this is the last season. But I'm gonna let it play out to 10, and I might feel differently. I still don't think it's gonna be one of my top, but it had its okay moments. I just wish it would have moved along a little bit more, gave us a little bit more, and a little less of some of them things we got in that first three, like 3, 4.
No, I agree
If
with you.
that
I agree
makes
with you.
sense.
It makes absolute sense. Just coming from someone who watched it all, in one big whop, this definitely was probably the most underwhelming so far. But I really am still holding
Yeah, because
out
I was
for.
curious. I thought about that last night. I was like, being as though EJ watched it all together, I'm, curious of your opinion versus me who haven't got to go back and see none of them. I watched them in real time and that was that. And now I'm on this one and I'm like, okay, I was expecting a little something different. That's what we doing. Where
Some
and
of
the
those.
other ones I would be hyped, like, oh yes, right
Mhm.
on the dot, ready to watch it.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, is that's what kept me watching it. That's how I was able to get
Hmm.
through so much of it, is because it just kept going. I was like, and I just had to know what was going to happen next, what was going to happen next. And then when we get here, not saying that it was bad, I'm just saying that it was the most underwhelming out of all of those seasons thus far, in my opinion, right now. But still good, but just not on the highs that those particular. I mean, they was doing some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it was stuff going down.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, that. But we're gonna see how this ends, and I will do this. I will watch the first episode of A Testament, but I am gonna go read these books because now I just need to know it's time. So yeah, we're about to get up out of here. I need to know what you ladies got going on. Tamika, what you got going on, boo?
I have a video of the shot and Raising Canaan that I put up. Of course, y'all know that we had the live discussions. If y'all didn't see that, you can check that out. And I was on with Inga earlier today. I mean, yeah, Inga, Moochie, and Nita, we did Forever. And yesterday, we did episodes 1 and 2. So I guess we're going to be getting together every Wednesday around 6 to talk about that great show. And then yesterday, myself, Inga, and Moochie, I was with them for Godfather Harlem. So that's all I really got going on right now. I've been enjoying coming up here and talking about this with you ladies. Always looking forward to how y'all gonna be feeling about it. And I can't wait for us to see how we gonna close this out. It's been a ride with the handmaids.
I know that's right. Kay, what you got going on your channel?
Let's see. Also, Godfather of Harlem. Also with Godfather of Harlem, if you check out the channel, I have interviews with the actor who plays Dale Chance, interview with the guy who plays Frank Lucas, Joe Colombo, the actress who plays Stella, and the producer of the show. So
Okay,
check those out.
okay. I love
Yes,
Godfather Harlem and I love Chance.
yes, he was really nice. So yes, please check out those reviews and
Okay.
those recaps and those interviews on the channel if you like Godfather of Harlem. I'm also covering The Last of Us, which also the season finale is coming up for that one. I want to say next week. Also, I did an out of theater reaction for Final Destination. Gonna do a review of the last movie tomorrow, I believe. So yeah, make sure you hit like and subscribe.
Yes, yes. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the things to everybody. to all the people on the panel, especially if you like the content, if you like what you're hearing, if you like all those things, then please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and definitely hit the like. Make sure to comment down below, guys, because that's what helps push us out. That's what helps us get into that thing they call an algorithm. You know how it is. So definitely go ahead and help us out. We really, really would appreciate it. Again, thank you to everybody in the chat that came out to hang out with us. Kelly, Shannon, Josh was in the building, Boston Girl, Linda, Moochie came through, and
Our
anybody else
life
who
in
came through.
horror.
Oh, okay, I didn't see Our Life in Horror. Limit Kush came
Mhm.
through.
Peace.
Appreciate Queen.
CT.
Yep. Let's see.
Darth.
Yep.
Rico. See
Yep.
y'all,
Yep.
y'all.
Thank y'all. We appreciate every last single one of y'all. We really, really do. And we gonna see y'all next week for this finale, and we gonna see what they gonna do. Okay? And y'all know we gonna come with a lot of mouth, because that's what we do.
Mhm.
That's we got to.
And who's gonna make the delusional list? We will see.
Okay. Y'all have a good night. Peace.